Today I'm going to show you how to generate a random set of numbers from a data set. And then I'm also going to show you, as an example, if you had the random number 2, what song or genre is that? So we can figure out our experimental probability. So first thing that you want to do is open your spreadsheet that you already cleaned up, meaning you deleted any duplicates and you changed any of the genres to just have one name if possibly someone selected 2. The next thing you want to do is make sure that your song numbers are actually in order. Because you manipulated the data, it's possible the song numbers are out of order. As you can see on my example song list here, it goes 1 through 7, but then it goes to 27, and then down here it goes from 36 to 52. So an easy way to fix that is I'm going to highlight my first 2 cells here, and I'm just going to double click this little circle, and very delayed computer, and it's not doing it. So I'm just going to drag it down instead, but you can double click. So now it's actually in order, and mine goes from 1 to 31. Our class list is much longer, but in this case, I'm just doing a just random example. So the next thing we want to do is generate a random list of 10 songs. This is because we're trying to simulate in Google Sheets what a basically like a random shuffle would be like, something like in Spotify if it randomly chooses a song. So what we're going to use is a cool little formula called random between. And that means I want random numbers between these 2 numbers. So mine goes from 1 to 31. So I'm going to type in this cell here, equals rand, which stands for random. And then you can see there's a few options that already pop up. I'm going to choose rand in between, or between rather, and that's because I don't want to exclude numbers once they're chosen, meaning it could technically choose the same song again. And that's because that does happen in certain music sites, right? All of a sudden you're like, I already heard this song today. So it says now that I've said rand between and open parentheses, and it tells me low, high. It's asking what's the lowest number it could pick and what's the highest number it could pick. In my case, my lowest number is a 1, which will also be yours. This could be if there were negatives or zeros. This is why it matters. And my highest number was a 31. Now, again, our class list is longer, so your higher number will be higher than that. I'm going to close my parentheses and hit enter. 8. So it just gave me a random number of 8. We want to randomly populate 10 songs. So I'm just going to drag this down. I think that's 10. Man, my computer's slow when I'm recording here. Let's say that's 10. And look, my 8 changed to 24. And this is because it's going to randomly generate basically anytime you click on the cell. So now I've got my random numbers, and you can see here it actually populated 18 twice. Actually, looking at this, it actually populated 21 twice also. So I can see down here on the bottom right of my Google Sheet that this says count 10, meaning there are 10 songs here. I'm counting it. Okay, so that's all I need. I need 10 of them. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to look up, well, it chose 24, so I need to, rather than looking at my list, finding 24 is a pop song, I'm going to use a formula, right? Work smarter here, not harder. So equals, and I'm going to do what's called a Vlookup, which stands for vertical lookup. It's saying in this vertical column, find number 24 and then tell me something. So I'm going to do Vlookup, open parentheses. I'm looking for 24, so I'm going to click on that. I'm going to do a comma, And it's saying here in what range. So I'm going to highlight all of my data. And then my next thing it's saying, well, which column do you want? So technically, the song number is the first column, the song name is the second column, the artist name is the third, and the genre is the fourth. Because we're calculating the genre here, I really only care about the genre. So I'm going to type a 4, and then I'm going to type false. And that's because I'm saying if you find the number, or if you don't find the number, rather, I don't want anything. And then I'm going to hit enter. And it told me now it changed all of a sudden. And that's because I hit enter. It's telling me song number 2 is a pop song. And it is. If I look right here, my song number 2 is a pop song. Now, because Google Sheets is trying to be smart, it's asking us, do I want to autofill? Now, it's possible I do, but I can tell I don't because right here it says hashtag or pound symbol NA. And that's because I forgot to put a locked symbol, meaning I didn't lock the cells I want it to look up. So I'm actually going to go back here. And I, again, didn't do this. I have to put dollar signs on my where I want it to look up my range. And that's because otherwise it's just going to keep shifting down. So now I hit enter again, and song number 29 is a pop song. I'm going to drag that down, and now I've got my songs. Now you can actually calculate your experimental probability using this. I hope that helps. You can always email me if you need more.